Travis Campbell here of marketingprofessor.com, speaking to you live from Las Vegas. I'm at BlogWorld right now, and I have the privilege to have my newfound friend and guest to share with you today, Rick Calvert, who is the CEO and co-founder of BlogWorld. You want to say hello to the folks real quick?
Hi everybody. Thanks for talking to me, Travis.
So, Rick here has a very unique perspective because as somebody that's been running these conferences with BlogWorld and seeing the industry over the last 3 or 4 years, you have a unique vantage point, right? You're kind of perched at the top and you're seeing the trends that are moving in the industry, where those of us like myself and perhaps yourself as well, you're down in the trenches trying to figure out social media, trying to figure out blogging. What are you observing and what can you share with folks as maybe your opinion or your perspective as to kind of where things are going? Because I think we're just at the beginning. Is that fair to say?
Absolutely. I think that's the biggest point, is we are at the very beginning of where this evolution is going. And for all the hype and all the buzz, which is real, and there are real results, real case studies of business that's been successful with this, they are really at the forefront. And again, when you think about it, this is the revolution of communication, all forms of human communication, which means all marketing, all advertising. We haven't even scratched the surface of where this is going. So where's the trend? That every business eventually will be using this. The businesses that don't use this, it'd be like saying, oh, we don't advertise on the radio or in magazines or in the newspaper, or we don't talk to our customers.
Sure.
Every business will be touched by this eventually.
Well, and I think as some of the content that's been presented validates that, as larger brands get involved and they see the value of that feedback, and even real-time feedback, as they say, as to what's going on in the marketplace, they're better positioned to respond and not react. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, absolutely. So we were talking with Scott Monty from Ford and Frank Eliason from Citibank now, who Frank is famous for at Comcast Cares. Both of them have said, the difference is that it allows them to respond to their customers, right? When their customers can react in a real human way, and I think this is a significant point. Social media helps big businesses be smaller, and it helps small businesses be bigger. So it's an interesting, dichotomy there between the two companies. But because the one thing big companies challenges are being human and being real and being personal with their customers. Social media allows them to do that, and small businesses have the issue of reaching as many customers as the big guys can.
Right.
Social media allows them to achieve that.
Levels the playing field, really,
Absolutely.
doesn't it? I mean, there's not this hierarchy. The CEO can have a social media account just like someone that's operating the mailroom, for that matter, right?
That's right.
So I've noticed too that this is my first time being here at BlogWorld, and I appreciate it again. Thanks for having me. But one thing I noticed is you've got bigger brands that are sponsoring this event.
Yep.
And that doesn't happen overnight, but I mean, to do something like, what is this, your fourth year?
Yes, sir.
That's pretty impressive. Where do you see it going? What's the future of BlogWorld? And for folks that maybe on the fence of whether they should attend, and this is something that would be valuable, or I can just do it on Ustream, what would you say to those folks, and where kind of things going?
So if it's a brand who wants to understand how to use social media, then I would strongly advise them to come to the show, because we have every thought leader you can imagine across the industry of social media. So whether they're from Ford or Pepsi or Citibank or Comcast or AT&T, all those names, or Ramon De Leon, who owns 6 Domino's pizza stores in Chicago. Not a good place to sell Domino's pizza. And he's the number one of the top franchises of all Domino's.
Interesting.
And so because he uses social media so effectively, and so this is a small business that can teach you how to do it with your small business. And so again, if you're interested in this space, if you think maybe our company should do this, or our company has to do this, then they should be here.
Excellent. Well, there you have it, folks. Rick Calvert, CEO and co-founder of BlogWorld Expo and New Media.
BlogWorld and New Media Expo.
BlogWorld, New Media, and
BlogWorld and New Media Expo.
BlogWorld and New Media Expo.
It's complicated.
It is complicated, but it's worth it. And I'd love to see you here in future years. I'm planning on attending, so hopefully you've gotten some interesting tidbits here from Rick. And thank you for watching this video, and we'll speak with you next time on the web.